Greetings. As you can see by the title, this is going to be episode 1 for us. We have a very special guest, Miss Duncan, in the building.
Hello.
You have to excuse her name. She's unfortunately a Dolphins fan.
Yep.
Not unfortunately. Fortunately, I am.
I have my co-host, ATLAG.
Yes, sir.
Center 4 quarters. You know, we might not ever have the whole dollar here, but we're going to keep it going what we got for the season.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to try to make this a weekly thing. With this game prediction, you know, I'm gonna drop the stream schedule. Hopefully, Wednesdays can be a day for something. Friday can be a more Falcon-centric day, and then the next following week, Tuesday, will be the post cap for the games that come on. So we're gonna try this out this week. This is the week 1 breakdown of the game. So when we go through the games, I guess we could just give our X factors or just a general analysis of the game that you see. And then what you think your prediction, who will win. And then we're going to try to keep track of the predictions for the weeks that we do. And we just see how everybody's doing with their predictions and stuff. So before we get into that, I'm going to hit you with this beautiful intro. Oh, the Duncan did a disappearing act. Goodness.
Abracadabra.
So, Mr. ATLAG.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Just looking at this week 1 layout, you know, we excited. This the hype week of the NFL season. It's the first week. It's the opening week. You know, after all the anticipation that we've been talking about the draft, the free agency, the preseason, the signings, the injuries, everything. We finally made it to week 1. So just looking at this layout, what you feeling? What you thinking?
Well, I mean, hey, looking at the layout, it's just like they wanted to make sure that we were well pleased with our week 1 helping the football. Got a couple good matchups on the lineup. I'll start from actually the bottom and then go to the top. Go Jets in San Francisco. That's going to be a big game because what we've seen from Brock Purdy in the preseason is that he's been pressured a lot. And that's against second and third string players. So we'll have to see how that offense holds up against the Jets defense that's coming in pretty hot. Also the return of Aaron Rodgers. How does that Jets team look with Aaron Rodgers on that team? How do they look with the new offense and all the weapons and everything? Is the chemistry still the same, even with Aaron Rodgers holding out with training camp and stuff like that? They go to Egypt. So you want to see how that's going to go. Washington and the Bucks, I can see that being kind of a toss-up game. Don't necessarily see those teams play each other that much. It'll be a good game and a good test for Dan Quinn and company coming in. On the Buccaneers side, even with them being a division rival, that'll probably be our only, so to say, competition this year in the division. So we hope they started off the week with an L. Denver and Seattle, you can definitely say Geno Smith and Sean Payton have a lot in common this year. They're both coming off of different types of ends of the season, but it still ends up being the same expectation from them. Sean Payton is coming off a bad season, and even as his name being Sean Payton, people were expecting him to come off the rip, winning and having his team in the playoffs to make that instant impact. You didn't see that, whereas Geno Smith, he made instant impact after leaving Russell Wilson behind. You see that Geno expectations are going to heighten up this year with them having the weapons that they have around him. Let's see. As far as Vikings and Giants, that's going to be a battle of two teams that don't have good quarterbacks. So it's not going to necessarily it's going to be a toss-up game, that game. Let's just say that it's going to be a toss-up game. I can't really call a clear-cut winner, even though you have Justin Jefferson on one side and you got Malik Neighbors on the other side. You can't really count either one giving an edge. Maybe the edge goes to Minnesota because of their defense. But at the same time, I really couldn't call that game. But I would say Minnesota, if anything. Then you got the Fins and the Jags. That's a good game. I mean, hey, let's just be honest. The Dolphins were hot last year. They were hot, and then they remembered real quick why they played in Miami. As soon as they got to Kansas City and it was 2 degrees, it was like, wait a minute, bro. We ain't supposed to be out here doing this.
Let's take it one game at a time, young buck. We talking about 2 Florida teams. We talking about the Jags.
You're right. That's what I said.
All right.
So with them both being in Florida, I mean, it's an in-state game, in-state rivalry. So I'm pretty sure it'll be a sold-out game because it's in-state for both teams. How does Trevor Lawrence look? Is he the dominant quarterback that they said he was going to be when he came into the league? Or is he just a quarterback that had a name coming out of the college? You never know. Sometimes with the high draft picks, i.e. Zach Wilson, he had a name, but his play did not back it up at all. And that quickly showed when they cut him rather than keeping him. So I would definitely go Fins up on this one. Bengals and the Patriots. Okay, Patriots. First year without Bill Belichick. Third year without Tom Brady, correct? Third year?
Third or fourth, I believe.
Third or fourth? Okay.
Yeah.
So now that complete era is gone out of the building, how does the team react? Is there a new vibe, a new energy in the building? Does that team come out with the mentality that they're still America's team, so to say? And what does Jacoby Brissett bring to the table? What does he provide at the quarterback position? Or do you put in one of your 2 rookies that you almost want to see the rookie play rather than Jacoby, but at the same time you still want the veteran presence to help the boys get through their rough patches? I would definitely have to pick the Bengals in this one, though, because the Bengals are clear-cut the better team in this matchup. I don't think at the same time that you would be able to give a chance to the New England Patriots because their defense just lost Matt Judon, who is now an Atlanta Falcon, which was the heart and soul of their pass rush. And he brought his talents down to us, which is going to, elevate our pass rush, of course, but that's not our conversation right now. Next game, Arizona, Buffalo. Let's see, that's a clear-cut winner in Buffalo, but at the same time, Arizona, let's see how Marvin Harrison Jr. looks in his first game. Let's see how Kyler Murray looks coming off an injury. You never want to have a bad reputation with the league for injuries or with the team that you're playing for with injuries, because that not only will hold back money that they'll pay you in the future, but it'll have them hesitant to even have you on the team in the near future. So I'm going to put my money on Buffalo in that one. We're going to Brazil with the next game. So we got Green Bay and Philly. I can really say I'm impressed with Jordan Love and how he's came in and ran his team after the Aaron Rodgers fiasco and everything like that. And I'm glad he got paid, got his money this offseason, well-deserved. He sat behind Aaron Rodgers for the longest, he waited his turn. He went through the process, and it showed on the field that he was able to still run the offense. He made a simple rookie mistake that ended his whole playoff season, but it's going to be his motivation next year to be better. I definitely can see that. The Eagles. The Eagles slumped off last year, man. I can say toward the end of the season, it was just like loss after loss after loss. You were scratching your head like they're not resting starters, so why are they losing like this? You never want to see that type of losing streak, especially after being undefeated starting the season. I can say it's going to be a good game. I want to give the edge in this game to the Packers, even though Philly has their new weapons in Saquon Barkley, because I feel like the running game in Green Bay got a lot better, and it might be a little bit too much for that defense that has lost pieces on offense and defense in Philadelphia. See, LA and the Lions. Okay, so LA, we got y'all coach back. We got our coach back. We got one of y'all coaches. Let's see. This team is going to be the same with Matthew Stafford at the helm. It's just a rematch of the playoffs last year. Highly anticipated game, probably because it's another homecoming for Matthew Stafford. So expect a lot of mixed emotions in the building. The Lions are going to be one of the hot teams in the NFC again this year from that division. It might be two teams or three teams in that division from in the playoffs this year, depending on how everybody's record pans out. But I do feel like in this game, I'm going to go with the Lions. Dallas and Cleveland. I'm just going to say Cleveland. I'm not even going to talk about Dallas. I'm just going to say Cleveland. That's just the clear cut.
This is going to be another one about the quarterbacks.
Yeah, That's all it is. Let's go Chargers and Raiders. Okay, this is a good game. We got the Las Vegas Raiders. Got Antonio Pierce in his first year as their head coach. Congratulations to him. He made it through the interim stage and was able to get signed for another contract. So now he's their permanent head coach. That's a good thing. Justin Herbert and Harbaugh. First game together. That's a very interesting pair. Especially after Harbaugh coming off of a championship, even though it was in college, you still got to coach it. You still got to get through every game. You still got to make sure that you're game planning for the right things and everything like that. I do think this will be a back and forth game, not as lighting up the scoreboard as everybody thinks, but I do think the Chargers will come out in this game victorious. Give Harbaugh and Herbert their first win of the season. This next game,
excuse me real quick.
Talk to me.
I got another special guest. Add him to the stage. I might have to switch the layout around though.
Good.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the regular layout. My boy Judah, he has his own content brand, unofficially retired. We've been collabing with him a lot doing the fantasy draft. Judah, this is my boy A Jizzle.
What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Fourth of 4 quarters, and then you got my mother, Miss Shamika Duncan, talk a little ball with us today as well.
Hey, my dude.
Freaking graphic off the. There we go.
There we go.
So now I will have to make a new. This is what I'll do for you, A Jizzle. Because I know you was going through the game. The games. What game was you on? Saints and Panthers?
Saints and Panthers, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and continue improv while I'm pulling this up.
All good. So, look. Next game with the Panthers and the Saints. Both teams, are in our division. So, of course, there's no love for either one of them. I think, honestly, Panthers and the Saints going to both be at the bottom of the division. So, who wins this game is going to be up in the air. But it's more so tilted towards the Saints, I believe. Bryce Young, we got to see how he looks in his second year. His second year. How will he adjust? How has he adjusted? What type of chemistry has he built with his receivers over the past offseason? From the looks that I've seen him in the preseason, it was kind of the same thing I seen from last year. It wasn't pretty, and it was kind of hard to watch because it was like, do y'all care about y'all quarterback and his health or not? So other than that, I think the Saints will probably win that game. They'll start off the season 1-0 in the division and in the season. Next game.
I don't even remember which one. next, to be honest with you, because I just pulled up
I can go Indy. I can go Indy and Houston because I didn't talk about them yet.
Yeah.
All right, so Indy and Houston, the return of Anthony Richardson, and the battle of already rookie stud CJ Stroud. That'll be a good head-to-head matchup. It'll give us a taste of how Anthony Richardson has came back from his injury, even though we kind of seen it in the preseason. He looks good, but we don't know if the other team was playing their starters or not. Let's just be honest there. We don't really know how any of the players are really playing until that week 1. And then we don't know how good they're going to be until maybe midway through the season when they have started getting everything churning. As far as just the game in general, I can see it being like a shootout. You got two quarterbacks, big arms, mobile quarterbacks. Definitely see defense and running game on both sides. So it's really going to be time of possession. Who got the ball last? I think whoever has the ball last in that game will win. I can't really call a clear-cut winner. And I'm going to go with that one. And then let's see. I'll go Chiefs and Ravens. So this is a rematch of the AFC Championship last year, of the MVP of the league last year and the Super Bowl champion of last year. You kind of like to see this first game to give that team a test, but you also do know that sometimes the Super Bowl hangover can be real. Even though Pat Mahomes is throwing behind the back passes in a preseason game, don't mean that they finna win 3 in a row. You know what I mean? That it's not a sign that's saying, hey, let's go ahead and just wrap it up and say that they're gonna be the champs. I don't really think that there's gonna be a clear-cut winner in this one either, because you got the addition of Derrick Henry on the other side of the ball with Lamar Jackson. That's double dose of running, and the Chiefs, their run defense was pretty stout last year, but they did sustain not have sustained success like back-to-back years. So one team is going to have a drop-off in one way or another, and the other team is going to be stronger in that area, which will cause, once again, this will probably be Ravens over Chiefs this year. In the opener, the Chiefs always start off slow in the beginning of the season. They're more of a late in the season type of team to finish it out. And then last but not least, is it the last game or did I miss one?
No, you missed the Bears so far, Bears and Titans, and then y'all game.
Okay. All right, so the Bears and Titans. That's actually going to be a great game. Got a matchup between Will Levis and Caleb Williams. You never know what's going to happen with either one of those quarterbacks. They're both electric as far as arm talent. You don't really expect the mobility out of Will Levis. He has some. And then with Caleb Williams is just the factor of what you've seen him do in college and what you expect to see from him and what you have seen from him in the preseason. He's kind of bringing his college element to the league. Some plays is going to kill him. Some plays is not. I'm not going to sit here and hate on him, but at the same time, he got to go out there and play each game, and he got to go out there with a vengeance and not be stopped by the media or anything like that. In this game, it'll probably be. I'm gonna go Chicago over Titans, even though my boy Calvin Ridley's over there. And then for the last game, probably the best game on all day. You know what I'm saying? Steelers versus Falcons. Arthur Smith coming back to where he messed up at. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's like a guy breaking up with his girl and then going out and seeing her with somebody else, and they doing way better than it was when they with you. Raheem is gonna show this man how to run this team. I believe Raheem Morris came to the Falcons for a reason. He has a fulfilled purpose to be with this team. He has the weapons in place. Unlike the last time he was the interim head coach, It's just too many odds that was against him that he's defined this whole offseason in his first offseason. We didn't see that much money spent, but guess what, guys? We got Justin Simmons, we got Matt Judon, we got Mooney, we got Kirk Cousins, we got Kyle Pitts, we got Drake London, we got Bijan Robinson, we got. Hold on, did I just name a Pro Bowl roster? It's not going to be fair. It's not going to be fair. Arthur Smith claims to say he's going to come down in here and hang 40 on my defense. You said that to Justin Simmons and Matt Judon and Grady Jarrett and AJ Terrell, all the guys that you just coached against in practice that was picking you off and make you look crazy. You know what I mean? I have all the respect for Mike Tomlin and my grandma, who is also a Steelers fan. But I see my boys coming out there and putting that stomp to them boys.
Yes, sir.
They don't have a clear-cut quarterback. Who's that quarterback, JC?
They don't know.
I think he gonna start Russ. I think.
Oh no!
Except the last decision he's made.
Don't let Russ cook.
He gonna try.
That food gonna be nice and burnt. Well, since AG jumped the gun and went through every matchup,
right? We all.
You could have told me to stop. I mean, hey,
I was just letting you flow because you was in your rhythm, but I really just wanted to go to tell me, so Mama, if you can follow clear-cut directions.
Okay.
So,
I'm trying. I'm old, but I will try.
No, just looking at the week 1 slate. Oh, that's from last year. Hold on.
Yeah, bro, and you know my eyes aren't the best. Like you got that really small.
You know what? This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, what we gonna
Sorry, guys. It's week 1. We'll just do just like this. We'll go game by game.
Okay, cool.
You got you a notebook? I want you. Well, no matter of fact, it's all recorded, so we know who said what.
I don't have a notebook.
You say who you think gonna win, and you give the reason why, and then we'll kick it to Judah, and then I'll go.
All right. What's the matchup?
It's that scrolling at the bottom. You see it? Chiefs Ravens.
Chiefs Ravens. I'm gonna give it to the Ravens just based off Lamar, and like AG said, the Chiefs do tend to start slowly. But I'm gonna give it to the Ravens.
Okay, Big Jew, who you like in that matchup?
Where they at?
At the bottom.
No, where they playing?
I think the Chiefs whole team.
They gotta hang the banner.
Yeah, they gotta hang the banner up.
Oh, banner night.
Yep. It's a Thursday night game.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs. It's banner night, and I'm ready to see with them the weapons. Mahomes with weapons. Well, let me say with speed. I ain't gonna say with weapons. With speed like that, last time he was 55 touchdowns, 10 picks. Last time we seen speed like that on the field. I'm not saying he's gonna do that this year, but yeah, I like the Chiefs in that one.
Yeah, I want to take the Ravens for like the get back purpose. And then last year the Lions kind of caught the Chiefs sleeping too, but it was a tough game. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs this year for the first game. I think the emotional element of raising that banner this year, and I think they're gonna make it a purpose to not start slow because they got that three-peat. That's gonna be the biggest narrative of the whole season is can they do a three-peat? And they kind of know that the AFC has the level of competition has went up. You got a couple teams in the NFC. Everybody, they just know everybody's coming for them, and so they're going to know they're going to have to come out and play every week. Last year I think they might have slept on Detroit. I think this year they got a worthy opponent to where they think we got to come out and play because if we come out lackadaisical against this Ravens team, it can get ugly fast. So I'm gonna go with Mahomes at home for the first game. I think they start off 1-0, but it'll be interesting to see that Lamar and Derrick Henry backfield. AG, did you make a pick on that game briefly?
Yeah, I did. Ravens.
Ravens, okay.
Yes, sir. Ravens.
So then we'll go to the nowhere in green game. Packers Eagles. Mama, you can go ahead and kick it off there first. Who you like in that game?
Packers Eagles. I'm gonna give it to the Packers. I think the young kid is gonna show his stuff at quarterback. And just to piggyback again off what AG said, the Eagles didn't really look good at the end of the season last year. I don't think they have a good locker room. I don't think they gel well together as a team, honestly. And I don't know if they fix those problems. So I'm gonna go with the Packers.
I'm gonna have to agree. Pretty much almost everything you said. The, the coach and the quarterback have a quote unquote working relationship. They got a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator. I'm a Giants fan, so I've had Saquon Barkley, so I know the ups and the downs of that. And their defensive backs, they were awful last year, and they replaced them with 2 rookies and C.J. Gardner-Johnson again. So I'm not too sure I believe in that with all the weapons that Green Bay has. So I like the Packers.
Yeah. I think I like the Packers as well. I think they're going to be more well meshed together. And like both of y'all just said, if your quarterback and your coach don't have a working dynamic, it's a reason why I don't think the Jets are going to make it to where they need to be, and it's a reason why I don't think the Cowboys are going to make it to where they need to be, because like the locker room has to be tight knit. You're already going out there going to war for about 18, 20, 24 plus weeks, not including the offseason program, and the least you could do is be tight knit. So if your quarterback and your coach, like you said, have a working relationship, y'all been working together for about 2-3 years now, so y'all should have had that, ironed out. And then new coordinators, so everything's just too new. Green Bay is pretty much returning the same thing. Jordan Love just got paid, so he's gonna be motivated to go out there and play. He doesn't have it. Yeah, I just think Green Bay is gonna, and then like you said about that, I don't know, but the Eagles I think they get too much credit for that run they went on when they played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, because they did come out 10-0 last year, but to finish 10-7 or whatever, or 11-6, like that's terrible in my opinion. And then like you said, their defense needs some work, and I'm not trusting 2 corners to like come out there and solve that. So.
And he's coaching Drake London.
AG, who did you pick in that game?
Packers.
Okay, for sure. Moving on to what AG donned as the best game of the week.
Oh my gosh!
It's Pittsburgh.
Now look. I'm not giving this to Atlanta based on all the new weapons and all the stuff that y'all have acquired that y'all so proud of. I'm not giving it to y'all for that. I'm solely giving y'all this game because y'all at home. That's it. Because y'all y'all playing at home, and y'all tend to show out at home, like in the beginning of the season. That's what I'm gonna give it to y'all based on that alone.
We'll take it.
The weapons y'all acquire, we'll see if everything gels together and comes together. But based on the fact that y'all are at home, I'm gonna give it to Atlanta.
I'm gonna go Atlanta. Basically opposite of what you said this time, for the weapons alone, like the weapons of offense and defense. I ain't gonna lie. Now, when we talking deep runs, that's a whole different conversation. But for this game in particular, yeah, I like the Falcons for sure. Still don't know who that quarterback is, like y'all said. So it's just Fields gonna be out there returning kicks, doing a whole bunch of crazy.
Playing tight end, DN.
Yeah, there'll be a whole bunch of craziness going on out there. So yeah, I like the Falcons.
Yeah, I like the Falcons as well in this game. I believe the Falcons probably favored by 3 right now, based on the odds. But I don't want to not pay respect to Mike Tomlin. He always coaches the Steelers up. You never have to worry about them being a 2-14 type of team. You never have to worry about them. Like we know he's been on a winning streak. He's never had a losing season. But like I told you, Drew, I think that comes to an end this year. That's my bold prediction for the season, because you cannot keep skating by with piss poor quarterback play in this league nowadays. It's just not going to work. He's won with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, a combination of different guys, but it's something about this room that they have this year. Yes, it is improved, but it's the dynamic in which it improved. You know, you got two guys competing against each other, but they want to say they don't
competing too.
They compete against each other, but they don't mind being each other's backup, and they hope the best. No, you don't. You don't hope the best for him. Russell Wilson, you know this is your last chance in the league. Justin Fields, you've been cast off by Chicago. They bought Caleb Williams all the toys that they never got you, and they sent you for a 6th-round bag of chips to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Some plain lays.
Right.
Plain lays. Not even the baked ones, the healthy ones.
Oh, no. Ooh.
And to make matters worse, you got Arthur Smith at offensive coordinator when after you saw he can't. I'm not gonna get started on that man. But,
I still got faith in Fields, bro. I still have faith in his ability as
me
a top
too,
field
dog.
player.
Me too, dog. And I know you hate hearing it, but me too, bro.
I got faith in Fields, and I believe my prediction for the Steelers, Russ is gonna rust out the way he is. If Fields gonna take over, bro, he gonna prove himself. Like I just believe it.
I just feel like
it ain't gonna happen this game.
No, for sure.
I feel like I want them to start Russ because I know Fields has that element of his legs, but I'm not scared of him because he's bound to make a mistake. Like, I'm not scared of him as a passer. I just feel like their quarterback situation is ugly, in my opinion. Like, I can see why they would go. If I had to bet who would start right now, I would probably lean Russ just for the fact that he was the starter coming in. And I don't think Fields really did too much to, like, take that spot from him. But I think in the end, like, I give Russ to, like, week 4. I think Fields going to end up starting because you got more upside. I say we got this game just because, you know, at home, the anticipation of us this whole offseason, you know, all the weapons that we got, everybody's pretty much fresh. It's not going to be a well-oiled machine when we first come out because there are a lot of new pieces. But, you know, Kirk is a veteran. He'll learn. He'll get it together fast. We got pretty much a veteran-led defense. So, you know,
we know y'all will be outside barbecuing, if not anything else. Y'all will be outside.
And we'll be inside swagging and serving while we whoop it up on the street.
I will definitely be in the building all the games of the season. You feel what I'm saying? 4-year season ticket holder in the building.
Count on the Falcon fans to swag and surf. Yes.
I already know who AG got, so it ain't even no point. But you know we going on a run this year, but we ain't gonna talk about it. Anyway, Cardinals Bills.
Talk about it.
Is this even like a game that deserves analysis?
Bruh,
no. I mean, kind of, maybe.
The only thing you want to know is what does Marvin Harrison look like? And what does Josh do after losing all his weapons?
Josh would have to have a very bad game to lose against this team.
Which he's prone to do, though.
Not game 1, though. Not in the beginning of the season. I don't think against the Cardinals. I'm gonna give it to the Bills, bro. I don't think that they will.
They lost last year, game 1 to the Jets. They lost to Zach Wilson.
It's not a division rival. If they lose, they lose. I will run out in the street screaming, yes.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna lose to the Cardinals on week 1.
So who you think? Bills?
Yeah, I say Bills, bro. On that one.
Who you got, Joe? Bills?
Yeah, I said all that, but I still do think the Bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know, the Cardinals probably hang tough for a few quarters, but you know, eventually I'm gonna say the Bills put them out of their misery. I think the Bills can win this game by 8 to 10 points. So I say Buffalo. Who you think, AJ?
Buffalo Bills. Hey, if this man Josh Allen don't go out there and skin these boys, hey, it's gonna be a long season.
Texans, Colts. I love when they started off with
this. It's a hot game, bro.
Mama, who you think? CJ Stroud or the Colts?
I mean, I'm gonna go with the Texans, bro. I don't really know enough about the Colts to even like call anything about their team, but I know CJ Stroud and I know his abilities, and I saw what he could do last year. If he come in throwing that thing like he did last year, it's gonna be ugly. So I say Texans.
Yeah, I like the Texans too. You got, like she said, CJ Stroud, and then you gave him more weapons. Then you gave him a defense, so you're gonna have more opportunities with the ball. And then I ain't gonna lie, I probably have never said this publicly, but why do we think Anthony Richardson is so good? I've never high school, college, the NFL, he hasn't been exceptional as a quarterback. We like Anthony Richardson because we saw Cam Newton. I think that's it. That's it. I don't think Anthony Richardson has any like willpower over this game. I really like the Texans by like 14 plus 2 touchdowns. It's a division game, but I like this 2 touchdowns. Get them
so
out.
You taking the spread on this one? Forget the odds.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
I mean, I'm gonna take the Texans, but I kind of have been teetering on the Colts back and forth.
What they got?
Well, they have Shane Steichen, the head coach. He was the Eagles' offensive coordinator, and he orchestrated a good offense last year. They made it to it was one game away from making it to the playoffs with Gardner Minshew as their quarterback the whole year. They got Michael Pittman Jr. at wide receiver. They got Donnie Mitchell out of Texas. He went to Georgia. He's a good receiver. They got Josh Downs. They drafted last year. They got Jonathan Taylor at running back. If he can stay healthy, he's like a top 7, 6, 8 running back in the league with potential to be top 3 or 5. The O-line is always stout. The defensive line, I think they led the league in sacks last year. So they got a good team, but it's just like they're not one of the elites in the AFC. They definitely like one of the teams that can go do some like make some damage. They like one of them 9 and 8, 8-9 range type teams. Like Judah said, though, Anthony Richardson is supposed to be the guy that can take them over that 9 and 8 type of hump. But like he said, at this point, he hasn't been that guy to where he warrants the like respect of thinking that he can be that type of guy. Now, if he develops, he got all the size.
She eating you.
Let her do it. He got the size, he got the arm, he got the speed but he stay hurt too much. Like, you big, but you stay hurt. One thing about Cam Newton, like, he wasn't getting hurt in the beginning of his career. So I honestly think the Colts, they live and die with Anthony Richardson this year. If he can develop and be one of the next young talents in the league, they can take another step and potentially make the playoffs. But, if he continues with his career trajectory of just being like an average quarterback, that's what he's been. Even at Florida, he wasn't particularly good. So I think, Texans, I say, I don't know about 14, though, but it can get ugly. I definitely can see it, though, because I think the Texans going to come out with a point to prove. Hey, Jizzle, who you?
AG.
And I had the Texans in this game for sure. But for all the right reasons, you already named all the weapons and everything. But his track record as far as CJ Stroud goes, it just speaks for itself. And the fact that now he has a defense and top tier pass rushers in Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson. Like, I mean, Will Anderson's in his second year, but at the same time, it's just like you didn't see that same first year type of mistakes that he's not even going to make in his second year. Like and you have Danielle Hunter over there, who's a premier pass rusher, who's going to not only take him under his wing, but like show him the ropes as well, so that they can be on the same page when they get out there on the field.
Well, y'all talking about 14. I think we all think this is going to be a 14 spread type of game. Bengals, Patriots.
You.
Bengals.
You.
Yeah,
Patriots are in draft season mode.
Cincinnati.
Bengals. It ain't going to be even worth watching, bro.
Yeah, I'm going Cincinnati.
Bengals.
Yep.
Yeah.
AG, Patriots.
Nope.
Bro, you be dumb if you want to.
Fins, Jags, mama in the game. I'm sure you'll be excited to talk about.
Hey, bro. It ain't even no question. Dolphins got it. Fins up. Man. Fins up. Nah, but it ain't gonna be easy though. I ain't gonna sit here and be like the average Falcon fan and be delusional. It's
wow.
like
That was crazy.
Shots.
I'm just not gonna do it to myself. It's not gonna be an easy win for us. Two Florida teams, two dynamic quarterbacks. I did say dynamic when it comes to Tua. I said it. But I think that we got just a little bit more weapons than they do, and I think we're gonna pull it out.
I'm going Dolphins, and my reaction to your dynamic statement, it wasn't on Tua, it was on Trevor Lawrence. He's supposed to be his second coming. He the one. That's supposed to be him. Mr. Georgia Gatorade Player of the Year. Won a national title in Clemson. He's supposed to.
Yeah, he really showed me no more than Tua has. Actually.
Right. He's just average. I'm not gonna lie. So I like the Dolphins in this game. I don't trust Trevor, bro. Not as far as I can throw him. So I just like the Dolphins in this one.
JC.
Well, if it's against, since we throwing deads, if it's against a team that ain't got a winning record and it's hot outside, I'll take the Dolphins. But when it's time to really play somebody and it's cold outside,
for sure.
Hey, bro.
For sure.
But like
we're gonna be at home in South Beach, bro. Okay, it's in South Florida.
They're gonna be at home too.
They might score 40 points.
We're at home the first two games.
I think Tua has gained that respect of a good quarterback in the league. They tried to make the Dolphins want to get somebody else for a long time. And for a long time, the jury was out on him. But I think you can say confidently he can operate. Mike McDaniel's y'all coach, right?
Yes.
He can operate Mike McDaniel's is his mate.
His
pause. No, not his kryptonite. That's his dynamic duo. He brung out of him what Brian Flores could not bring out of him. But Tua, you taking digs at your old coach still. So guess what? Every time you mess up,
he ain't taking digs. He was just making a point of he didn't feel wanted. He didn't feel
well, they didn't make wanted at all.
Yeah, so it makes a difference. I mean, it's just like on your job. If your employer makes you feel unwanted or you don't feel comfortable there, you don't want to work for them. So you're not going to put in the work that you would as if you felt appreciated. That's all he was saying.
Okay, well, you just got 200+ million reasons to feel comfortable to us. So now what? Now we need to break that playoff.
So how much did Trevor Lawrence get?
Oh, well, I'm about to get to him. I'm about to get to I'm about to get to Cardinals in a minute. But Tua, like the Dolphins, it's time for them to win a playoff game. It's been 20+ years. They need to go ahead. The Dolphins gonna run through the regular season, put up points, put up highlights, had a fun touchdown celebration. We know that. It's time to do it in the playoffs.
But we just got to that a couple years ago, so it ain't like we've been doing that, even that. So I mean, but I see what you're saying.
Sunshine, I think, man, when he went on that playoff run a couple years ago, people was high on him. I'm not as low on Trevor Lawrence as I feel like Jew is. Are you kind of got him like in that Herbert realm?
No, bro, he ain't. No, I wouldn't say that.
You think Herbert better than him?
No.
Yes.
I think they both in the underachiever bucket.
For sure, but I think Herbert's come more to winning and Trevor Lawrence come more to performance. We've seen Herbert put up all the numbers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He just don't win games. Like, especially that playoff game they had against each other. Trevor Lawrence threw 4 first-half picks. Justin Herbert couldn't finish the game. You know what I'm saying? You keep getting the ball back, keep putting points on the board.
But at the end of the day, bro, it come down to who win the game, though. Who gonna win the game?
No, I agree. Definitely, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'd probably put him close. I'd probably put him like one step over the other.
Yeah. I think now, well, all that out the window, you just got paid. It's time to be that franchise quarterback. It's time to be that generational prospect that they said you were. It's time to be the franchise guy, He has elevated that franchise. Jacksonville is no longer the bottom of the league. So he has done that much. But like AG said, you've lost a couple weapons this offseason, but I think his main guy is still going to be Evan Ingram. So I think he should be okay. So
Yeah.
but in this game, I didn't even make no pick. I'm gonna take the Dolphins. I'm gonna take the Dolphins. AG, who you like?
Fins up.
Hands up. Panthers Saints.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I am gonna go against AG. I am not picking the Saints. I have watched the Panthers is the team that I've watched the most. I know y'all don't put any credence into
Preseason.
these preseason games. I know y'all don't at all, especially Justin. He hates preseason. He wants the whole thing thrown out the
I want it
league.
abolished, like slavery. I want it abolished.
For real.
But they are the team that I've watched actually the most, even out of the Dolphins. I'll start off watching the Dolphins and then I'll end up doing something else. But your boy, the quarterback, he's looking pretty good, man. I think he's gonna come out this year, and I think he's gonna show people what they thought they were gonna see last year in him. I think he's gonna show that this year, and I'm gonna give this game to the Panthers. I think the Saints gonna lose.
Even
That's
at
good to
home.
me either. Hey,
It's a big
I don't
easy.
care. Both of them can lose at the same time.
It's like how I feel about the Bills, bro. But I'm just saying, I think the Panthers gonna take it.
I like. This is ugly. This game gonna be nasty. The score gonna be like 6-3.
Yeah.
I like the Saints though. I just don't think the Panthers got enough yet. I like Bryce Young a lot though. If you can protect him, he gonna produce. And they got a few weapons out there in Carolina. They just got Deontay Johnson, Xavier. They got the running back from Texas, I believe. So I think they'll be a way better offense. But this is gonna be ugly. It's a division game. Saints defense is always usually pretty good. And
Think about the Saints quarterback play. I mean,
you're right. You're right.
The same thing about the Panthers.
But I can say, the Panthers, if they can't protect their guy, it looked the same. It all end up being the same. So I'm just picking the Saints on a whim, I guess. I don't even know. I don't have a good reason. I don't know. I
don't care. Just play the game.
Yeah, this one's gonna be ugly, bro. I ain't gonna watch it. So I tell you that.
This like what you go to Vegas and you gamble. This I'm just gonna throw the Panthers out there, bro. Roll the dice.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, just to go against the grain, I can agree that Bryce Young has looked good in the preseason, even though I don't really put much onus on the preseason. I don't know if he's going against ones or twos, but he has looked improved. Now he has Dave Canales as his head coach, the guy who resurrected, I believe, Geno Smith and Baker Mayfield last year. Mm-hmm. So Bryce Young, like Judah said, he got some weapons. But if they can't protect him, as he's already small in stature, if they can't protect him, it's not going to, it can't go anywhere. But I don't know. If the Panthers was at home, I would feel better about taking them. But I think anytime I'm stuck on the limb, I'm going to always ride with the home team. And I know New Orleans is a hard place to play. But I'm gonna go Panthers just for the reason she laid out, though. I think it's gonna be that week one catch you by surprise. I wouldn't be surprised. If the Saints and the Panthers competing for the two worst teams. Well, they are going to be competing for the two worst teams in the division, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints fall off this year and just finally decide to rebuild everything. So I think 17-13 type of game. I'll say Carolina they get the upset week one.
It's gonna be a tie. I don't care. It's gonna be a tie. I don't care. Ain't nobody winning this game. Either one of these teams can lose a game. It don't even matter. It's just gonna put us further and further up in the division. I don't care.
Well, in the game, I know Judah will be happy to talk about Vikings, Giants.
Definitely tuned in.
I gotta hear what you gotta say, Judah, because I kind of was letting y'all hear it earlier.
Oh, word! I missed it.
Oh man!
Oh, that would have been. You would have got the best version of me then.
We can get it now. Let's get it. Come on, we can get it now. I can do it again. I got you.
No, I'm definitely taking the Giants. I'm taking the Giants. Really, if I'm being really realistic, it's because we at the crib. We at home. the Vikings defense is never been good. So since they had like the purple people eaters back in the day,
Oh
like
man,
they ain't been, you know what I mean? But people like telling me about Brian Flores. I mean, he's gonna blitz a lot, so hopefully we can pick that up with the new offensive line additions we got and get the ball to the weapons that we have that people don't believe in, you know, and score some points, man. Sam Darnold, hopefully we put some – my defense is going to be good, though. I'm a firm believer in that. So we're going to put some pressure on Sam Darnold, and hopefully he cough it up like normal.
Mama, who you like?
I'm gonna go with the Vikings, bro.
I'm ready for it, though.
I don't believe that the Giants fixed their O-line problem from last year. I don't see it. He said they bought on some weapons. I haven't seen it. I say Vikings got it. I don't care that the Giants are at home. I'm going.
I feel it. I feel it. We got a new offensive line coach and 3 new starters on the O-line.
Ooh, that's fresh.
Two of them from the same place as the O-line coach from Vegas. They was the right tackle and the right guard when Josh Jacobs had his monster breakout year. So, you know, I put some faith in that a little bit.
Okay.
Got Malik Neighbors out there, Jalen Hyatt, Speed Demon. I think we'll be all right. Running back by committee, figure it out.
Okay.
Offense got questions for sure though. I can't sit here and lie. I can't sit here and lie.
Yeah, the offense seems to be as equally bad as the Vikings defense. So to me, I'll just go with the Vikings.
Yeah,
I can't argue that point.
When I look at it, if you flip it and you look at the Giants defense, the only really question I have about their defense is their secondary. Front 7, they're pretty stout. The line is stout. The linebacking core, I like the linebackers. But I just don't trust Sam Darnold. I don't trust Daniel Jones. But if I had to trust one of them, I'm gonna trust Daniel Jones, I guess, more. And I hate to say it, but I don't know, man. It's a tough one, but I like the way Judah laid it out. Looking at the teams, I think. Damn, if the Vikings were starting JJ McCarthy this game, I kind of would take them. But I'm not putting no stock in Sam Darnold. I don't care how good the coordinator is calling the plays. Like at some point, you are who you are. You put a horse in my house, it's still gonna be a horse. You put a horse in Judah's house, it's still gonna be a horse. You take the horse, anybody, it's still a horse.
I've never heard that saying before. Never heard that analogy, but. A horse is still going to be a horse.
Yeah, a horse is a horse.
If you put a horse in a group full of dogs, it's still a horse.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking about if you put a pig in a dress. Maybe.
Okay, there you go. That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
But, like Sam Darnold, I just don't see it, the whole season. Now, if he had to come in for like 3-4 games and, weather the storm, okay, I can see that, maybe. But they ride with that all year. It's not going to work. At home, Week 1, anticipation. Man, who the Vikings got that's really going to cover Malik Neighbors for real?
Oh, they signed Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah,
they did, but he ain't been in camp all year, so I hope my ankles is ready, boy, because you getting tested out the gate.
Man.
You getting tested out the gate. I like it, Jew. I roll with the Giants Week 1 for this game against the Vikings. By 3. 23 type of 20 game.
Yeah, I like that score too. A Jizzle.
Hey man, so all right, so let's just be real here on both ends of this spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
JJ McCarthy was supposed to be playing for these boys in Minnesota, man, but he's not, which is a bad thing for their offense, of course, but it really don't change the scheme. I feel like scheme can beat players sometimes. Scheme can beat talent, and I feel like the scheme that's already in place with their defense will not only force Daniel Jones to make the same mistakes that he's made before, but to make those preseason type of mistakes that he's made that we already all seen the clip of. Let's just be honest. mid-season form of Daniel Jones. That's not just because it's preseason. It's just because, bro. That's a reaction out of my head type of response. But
bro, he's garbage. He always has been garbage and always will be garbage.
Y'all paid him first instead of giving Saquon the bag, and it hurt my feelings because it was like y'all were winning more games with what's his man name, bro? Tyrod Taylor.
No,
Tyrod Taylor came in and was running there.
We weren't.
And then lost Saquon to a division rivalry, bro. What were y'all thinking?
Now that is where losing him to the Eagles is where I was like, bro, I don't care about his loyalty, bro. Trade him. Bye. Yeah. Trade him. Make sure he don't go over there. Make sure he don't go nowhere that can hurt us.
And that's
I
where
agree. But on paying Saquon Barkley, like just on that topic in general, paying him does nothing for us. I'm not gonna lie. We might now, but like we didn't have the offensive line then to showcase his talents. He plays a dependent position. If people don't block for him, he's never going to be him.
Ever.
You know what I mean? So paying him would have done absolutely nothing for us. And he's been on our team this long, and we've still been the same 6-win team that had one playoff run. Like, he's the same guy. So paying him has us in the same situation because we can't acquire those 3 offensive linemen.
True.
Like we can't
did the
trade
same thing
for Brian Burns and pay Brian Burns at the same time because we paid Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
You gotta think about the team, bro. I'm a fan of the Giants. I'm not a fan of Saquon Barkley.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Respect.
We got a new 26 in that jersey. It's Devin Singletary, and that's what we're gonna rock out this year. Like that's how it is.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, Giants fan.
I'm still picking the Vikings.
I ain't mad at it, man.
Giants. So we play y'all boys.
No, for sure. And I'm trying to come to that. That's week 16. I'm trying to come to that game.
Hey, man, I'm in every game, bro. So if you need an extra ticket, bro, just let me know.
Oh, yes, sir. I definitely hit you up.
Moving on to a West Coast type of flavor. Raiders versus the underachiever Justin Herbert. He got a guy that's like that. Maybe he found his Mike McDaniels and Jim Harbaugh though.
Maybe I'll have to see. I'm struggling with this one. This is the only one I'm really struggling with. I mean, you just have to see what kind of game Herbert gonna have, bro. Like
it's week 1, bro. You don't know.
I know. That's why I really want to go against AG because he picked the Chargers. I really want to pick the Raiders, but who at home on this game? I'm gonna do what y'all do.
Chargers at home.
Chargers at home. Oh. Shooter, don't laugh, man. I'm really struggling for real. Man, I'm gonna go against AG on this one. I'm gonna pick the Raiders to win.
I mean, it really ain't no home field advantage with the Chargers for real out there in LA. So Vegas right there, and they never really have a. Did you twist my hair? You did. Yeah. Who you gotta do?
This is a tough one though, but I'm taking the Raiders only because of weapons. Well, Antonio Pierce gonna have that defense lit. Max Crosby. The defense I think is gonna cause a little bit of problems for the Chargers, and I don't know who Justin Herbert's throwing the ball to. I know they want to run the ball. But they got J.K. Dobbins, who is coming off 2 season-ending injuries, and they got Gus Edwards, who is underrated, cool, but not a game changer. And they got Lab McConkey at receiver. He was cool at Georgia. We'll see if it transfers. Who did they get? Quentin Johnston. He can't catch. Like, he literally just can't catch. He dropped a drag route. I saw it on Twitter the other day. So I don't know who Justin Herbert throwing the ball to. So I'm going to go to Raiders for that reason. Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers. Yeah, they'll get it figured out. I'll take the Raiders.
I'm a oh Lord. If I have to go against who I think gonna be more prepared coming out the gate, think I want to go with Vegas, the Raiders, because you know they're gonna play hard for their coach. It's already a established culture there. But it's just an ugly type of game, bro. The Chargers really don't have anything attractive to me besides pause. I was gonna say they don't have anything attractive besides the quarterback, but that was gonna sound so. They don't have anything appealing to me besides the quarterback. Other than that, like you said, bro, the defense, you got Khalil Mack and Bosa, but neither one of them stay healthy. Derwin James he's still a dog.
Them all names at that point.
They just names at this point, though. Like you said, their receiving core is disturbing to me. Quentin Johnson is a bust. He can't catch. He got like this year to do something. I like that. They got Joe Alt on the line. Now that was a good pick for them. He's gonna be a good player in my opinion. But nobody's getting hyped over a tackle pick. Like, okay,
you moved him from left to right. Not to set you off, but you moved from left to right tackle.
I'm gonna go Raiders, bro. I just feel like the Raiders are gonna be more prepared. They're gonna come out with more fight, more grit. I'm gonna go Raiders. Chargers just soft to me. Hey, Jizzle.
Hey, I'm going off script. Give me the Chargers.
Uh-oh.
I think Harbaugh ready. I think him being ready gonna have them boys ready. I think him being able to coach a championship team will help him bring some elements to coach another one. So I don't know.
One thing about the coach, he ain't out there playing though.
Nope.
He ain't. Broncos, Seahawks, and another less attractive.
Oh my God. Another one.
Everybody's allowed to play on opening week. Like they just
Like we can't push some people.
They just let anybody play nowadays, bro.
Play anybody.
Man.
I feel like the way the schedule laid out, they should just start the week off with the Super Bowl rematch and then divisional games from there, or work it out. Like, why are you putting the Broncos and the Seahawks in week one?
On TV.
Period.
No, but I'm gonna go
the
with
game.
the Seahawks. But I'm gonna go with Geno and I'm gonna go with the Seahawks because just cause, man. This is a personal one for me. I don't like how old boy did Russ last year. I don't like him.
I don't like him either.
Their coach.
I
don't like him. I'm going with the Seahawks, bro. I hope they beat him. I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Seahawks too. The Broncos got Bo Nix starting at quarterback. And they don't have many receivers that we can talk about. Cortland Sutton's cool, but the Seahawks just got more to me, to be honest. And not Sean Payton's like Doc Rivers. I agree with y'all. Still a one-hit wonder. We're gonna try it again. It's not gonna work. Then he's gonna go on about his life.
Toxic.
So,
He just toxic. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Seahawks. Like you said, they got more. I don't think you're going to put a rookie quarterback in there and tell him to go into Seattle. Probably the toughest place to play in the NFL, if not, one of them, 2 or 3. I don't see them going in there getting the win. I don't like Sean Payton. I hope he gets fired. I think he's living off that Drew Brees, Hurricane Katrina ring, and he's been you tried to retire your way out of the Saints to go to the Broncos. You kick Russ to the curb, whether that was justified or not. Some of the stuff he was saying about him personally just wasn't called for.
Yeah, it was the way he did it. It wasn't.
All right.
I don't think his X and O's is all that anymore. I think the game has kind of passed him by the same way it passed Belichick by. I think it's time for him to go. I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I think the Broncos.
AG, I forgot who you picked in this. Who did you pick?
The Broncos are in contention for number 1 overall status this season.
I actually picked the Seahawks in this game.
Oh, okay.
And I made sure I did because, like everybody has said, that Sean Payton, the whole trying to revive my career fiasco is not a very, not a very good look for him. Not only did you come in and tarnish a team that was trying to rebuild itself, but you're stagnating the growth right now of that team because, you're throwing a rookie out there that has zero experience in the league. Yeah, he played so many snaps in college. Okay, that just means he either wanted to get another degree or the boy just had an extra year left on his time to play. So 9 times out of 10, he's just old. He's older. Now you have an older starting quarterback. Yeah, he's mature in college days, but he's not mature in NFL days. When you start a quarterback, you want him to have some NFL experience, but you don't want him to be overwhelmed with what is being thrown at him. His first game, his first series, his first touchdown, his first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Each quarter is going to be different in his career from that moment on. But the proof has been shown with growth and maturity and development with the quarterback position in the NFL. You can get a Jordan Love out of a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. Next game might be a little bit more. Well, it is more appealing. Probably more contrasting the picks. Cowboys Browns. Don't know if Deshaun Watson will be there. He'll probably be getting a massage.
Wow.
He's not allowed to. It's in his contract.
Can't get some massages ever
Nah.
in his career.
They
You better
came
not
out.
get caught nowhere.
They came out with a report the other day saying that he was experiencing arm soreness. Like, dude, you haven't played in 2-3 years. Why are you sore?
So he's not starting?
I don't know. I'm just saying they dropped the article already, so they already built in excuse for him not to start. So we might see Jameis. I'm gonna predict the game as if Deshaun Watson is going to be the starter.
Who? Okay, so if we saying Deshaun, who's at home on this game?
Cleveland.
Have such a hate for the Cowboys. I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one. If Deshaun playing.
AG, you go after Judah so I can make her a bottle real quick, please.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns just based on again, the Cowboys is a team to me that does not gel well. And Dak, I mean, he's never been given the credit that he deserves, but then again, he hasn't played up to that level. So, I mean, I'm just gonna give it to the Browns. I think the Cowboys' days are over, bro. As far as being American team and all that, I think it's over with. And I think the Browns is gonna be a team to contend with this year.
They're America's team.
Now.
That's just a nickname at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna take Cleveland too. Obviously, I'm a Giants fan. The more games the Cowboys lose, the better. But they don't know who's playing wide receiver, and if you've ever looked at their wide receiving core outside of CeeDee Lamb, you probably couldn't name the people that played on the team. Don't know what number they wear. You don't know nothing about them because they're nobodies.
Nope.
Except Brandon Cooks, but he's good for post and streaks. So how about we just stop that and we got a good game plan. No running back. You brought back Zeke. The offensive line is always going to be good, but I've never seen Dak without anybody to throw the ball to either. He's been one of those guys that's always been kind of blessed with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely going to be a little interesting. Cleveland's defense is always great. You got arguably the best defensive player in the league in Myles Garrett. And you in Cleveland. Oh, yeah. You're not in the comfort of that little stadium. You outside in the dog pound, as they call it. Like, yeah, no. I'm definitely taking Cleveland on this one. And I don't think Jerry Jones is actually going to pay CD before the season starts.
Oh, is that the holdup?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
so I understand the player's perspective, especially guys like him, where like I can step out on this field, Dak throw me a hospital ball, and then my career is over, and I never got paid. So I understand not being there, but I also understand Jerry Jones. He's been the same way forever. Like he let Emmitt Smith. He didn't give him a contract for the first 2 games of the year, and he probably only gave him a contract because they started 0-2, and that was bad for your brand. Like Jerry Jones.
So he hasn't been in the building all year. Like
nope, not at all. No training camp. He ain't been in the building.
Wow.
Oh, they said they sent him an offer, but knowing them, it was probably a low ball offer. They know he's not gonna take right now. Just see if he was gonna bite. They got too many people to pay. Like Micah's gonna play because he has another year, and they got the 5th-year option because he was a first rounder. But that can't be traded or franchise tag. CD, if I'm not mistaken, was he not a first? I don't believe he was a first rounder, so he doesn't get that 5th-year option.
Everybody say CD
I
doesn't.
thought he was a first rounder.
He was okay, but this is last year's contract. Regardless, it's the last year of his contract.
Yeah.
And he definitely wants a new one before he gets in there, understandably. So I don't know what they're gonna do. And they changed. They got Mike McCarthy calling the plays. I've never been high on him calling plays. So yeah, you got a defensive coordinator on a 1-year contract, coach on a 1-year contract, quarterback on a 1-year contract. What are y'all doing? Oh man,
it's in turmoil. The whole team, the whole thing.
Man, yeah. I'm cool taking the Browns.
I'm gonna say right now that the Browns are gonna win this game off of skill, off of completeness, and the fact that they're a team. But the Cowboys, Cowgirls, whatever you want to call them, these folks are on a reality show called Bad Boys Club NFL Edition, bro. Ain't no way you got this much turmoil in a locker room, in a organization, in a front office where it's supposed to be organization and togetherness, and files supposed to be had. You're supposed to have enough money to go around, enough money to fulfill your team needs. And just like Judah said, Jerry Jones has not changed, bro. He's the same man he's been since he's been in the game. I cannot see this man giving CD a contract until they 0-3 or 0-4 all the way down the road, and they see Dak struggling because he ain't got nobody to throw the ball to, and it's just the running game that they thought was going to happen with bringing Zeke back. Oh, you want your friend back? Oh, bring your brother back. But what is it going to do? It's not going to put the ball in the end zone. That man has not had a 1,000-yard season since maybe, I think, his 4th season in the league. But his if you look at his stat chart, it's a constant drop-off every season he's been in the league. Constant drop-off. And from a running back, you don't want to see that constant drop-off because in a 1,000-yard back, it's a 1,000-yard back. But Zeke's legs are tiring. Every year that he's been in the league, they haven't been able to produce those 1,000-yard seasons. Not only that, on defense, you lose Dan Quinn. People don't want to say this, but Dan Quinn was one hell of a defensive coordinator. He might not be a good head coach to me, but he's a hell of a defensive coordinator. When you get that type of production and turnovers put into your defense and that coach is gone, that scheme leaves, and that whole mindset of that defensive coordinator leaves. And now it's a whole another person that's telling you what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And it might not be the same teachings that they got from the last year in order to get them over to that highest turnover ratio in the NFL. Not only that, they dealt with the injury. So they basically, Diggs' whole last year of having Dan Quinn, of being able to play under him, was not necessarily wasted, but he was injured the whole season. So now you come back into a whole nother scheme that you got to learn. And now it's like, okay, I'm not going to be able to produce the same that I was before. Like the skill set don't change, but the fact that he's playing in a different system will. Another person, oh Lord, oh my gosh, no, I did not see that.
I think like what y'all saying about Jerry Jones though, about him not changing over the years, I think he's the issue. I think that's the issue because like football is like life. Change is the only constant we have. You know what I'm saying? If you're not amenable to change, then you're not ever going to evolve or grow. And that's why the Cowboys is stuck in this bubble because of him. Because he's not willing to change.
Let me go. It's my turn.
Oh my God.
All right. This is what I think. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm saying the N-word. I'm saying I ain't paying you. You know what? Are you kidding me? We've had. Let me go through Dallas's regular season records the last few seasons. Because if I'm
12,
Daniel Jones,
12 plus over the last 3.
if I'm what's that boy name? Jerry Jones.
That's a
As the owner, you are emptying your money. You know, the salary cap isn't a direct indicator of the owner, but at the same time, you know, it's his product that he's putting out there. So he's basically paying for whatever's out there. So you mean to tell me 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, 13-3 in 2016, 12-4 in 2014, lost in the divisional round. We can't even make it to an NFC championship game. I gave you Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, a top offensive line every year, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, defensive side, Michael Parsons, Trevon Diggs. I've given you.
How many of those seasons was lost because Jerry Jones wouldn't come out his pocket to pay people? How many seasons was lost because of that?
They wasn't lost because
change.
They wasn't lost because he wouldn't pay nobody. I just gave you an example of all the people he's paying. What more does he need to add to this roster? Have the Cowboys not had Super Bowl contending rosters the past couple seasons? If you going 12-5 in the regular season, you're coming up short in the playoffs.
I agree as far as he shouldn't want to pay external people, but I think you pay the people that got you there.
Yep.
That's how you keep. That's how you stay there.
Right.
You're staying stagnant though.
I mean, you're not really. You're giving yourself a chance every year versus not paying them. Everybody walking out, you starting over.
But you know what I said about that situation though. If Dak already sound like he's head on pressed about leaving, he's already said, you know, I grew up and I saw Peyton Manning switch teams. I never thought he would. I saw Tom Brady switch teams. I never thought he would. So he has that realization that this could be his last year. If I'm not paying my franchise quarterback, why am I paying my franchise wide receiver?
Yep.
And then if I'm not paying my franchise wide receiver, why am I paying my franchise pass rusher? If I was Dallas, I would trade all three of them and get what I can get.
I was about to say that's the best bet if you do anything, but you gotta pay somebody.
Yeah.
You know, rebuild.
I mean, they draft well, but I mean, if you're just gonna keep doing, I don't think you get a number one receiver, a franchise quarterback, number one receiver, and a top 5 finish pass like through a rebuild. Like your rebuild is now like 10 years, bro. Your rebuild is like 10 years now because the franchise quarterback set you back 5. Like, look at mine. Having this quarterback, it set me back for 6 years already.
But I mean, either you want to be if Dallas looks at themselves in the mirror, they have to honestly say we are too good of a team to get good draft capital, and we are not bad enough of a team to just say, you know, we're going to just rebuild. They're always going to be in that divisional round with this core that they have. I think they missed their Super Bowl window. They honestly could have won a Super Bowl the last couple seasons. They have the talent. So I'm siding with the owner on this, bro. If I'm Jerry Jones, when he said I'm all in, he didn't mean I was going to go out and get 1,000 external players. That just meant I think the guys that we have now should come back and, you know, give it one more run. I'm not paying. So I don't know. But it's probably going to follow how y'all say, you know, they're going to start off slow. He see they struggling, and he'd be like, you know what, I'm going to just pay this. But getting to the Horny Man, Cleveland, if it was ever a team that was the epitome of being a quarterback away, that actually has a quarterback that just will not be on the field, bro, the Browns could be competing in the AFC, in my opinion. They have the roster.
Yep.
Watson was supposed to be that caliber of a talent to push them over that Super Bowl, you know, that Super Bowl realm. Like, I don't know what he got going on. You know, I don't know if he's with the guarantee. He just fell out of love for the game. But if I had to rank the upper echelon quarterbacks, I'm not putting him there anymore. And when he was in Houston, you know, I was putting him there. But I can't keep ranking you off of, you know, 3-4 seasons ago. You gotta prove it every year. So I'm gonna take the Browns in this one. But I think if Deshaun Watson can stay healthy, I think Cleveland can make some in the AFC. I really do.
Bro, he can't get massages no more.
That's why
You got we got to look at his stats not post trade, but post massages, post lawsuits,
Those
and
massages.
massages. Once he couldn't get massages no more, now his shoulder hurt and he can't throw. Because even when he on the field, he bad. So it's like,
Yeah.
Let his girlfriend go and get a massage therapist license, and maybe she can help him out.
How did he just fall off like that? No.
He need multiple. He need them all over the country.
Let her do it. Just let her do it so you can stay out of trouble, bro. So that's it.
Commanders Bucks. Speaking of what AG just said, Dan Quinn, new head coach.
Yeah.
And one thing you did say about Dan Quinn, AG, I think one thing I can say about him is he knows how to lead men. He might not be an X and O type of coach, but he definitely can get men to buy into what he's saying. Commanders got Jaden Daniels now. You know, they got a rah-rah head coach like Dan Campbell in the Lions, and then they got a quarterback. So Commanders can be on the upstart, but I still don't think they're ready yet. But who you like in that matchup between Tampa Bay and the Commanders?
Man, it's another toss-up again. I saw the Commanders the other day when they played us preseason, and actually beat us preseason. But who's at home on this game?
Bucks, I believe.
The Bucks.
Yep.
My mind is telling me to go with the Bucks, but I'm gonna go against what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go with the Commanders on this one. No Bucks.
That boy Reed, boy, I tell you.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders just because they actually look okay the other day, and I believe in the coach. So
you going with the Commanders?
Yeah. Against the Bucks. Against y'all division.
Unfortunately, I'm taking the Commanders. But this is based off my belief in Jaden Daniels. Now, if we was to give up like the Giants, if we was like going to sell the farm on somebody in this draft that wasn't Caleb Williams, I was cool with it being Jaden Daniels. 3 first-rounders, do what we got to do to make sure he's on my team. I was cool with that. I ain't gonna lie. And preseason, he's kind of showing it. Like I told JC, he making it look easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he might be playing twos, but he's still a rookie. Like, he's making everything he do look effortless. So that's a little scary for me for the next couple years. But I think this just writes us a page in his story. Like, game 1 on the road, rookie year, you go out and beat the Bucks, who made the playoffs last year. Like, so I'm taking the Commanders strictly off my belief in Jaden Daniels, though.
I'll go Commanders as well for kind of a switch up. Not a switch up with everybody else saying, but probably against the general pick in this game. Baker Mayfield gonna have to come out and show it again. Like he's kind of been up and down. He's like a
Herbert.
Not in the hell no.
I mean,
no.
Yeah. I mean, they're the same. Got all this hype, like a Dak. It's like all this hype, and then
I was about to say Baker Mayfield kind of like he kind of like a child. You know, you don't know what side you're getting of him. That one day he might come to school upset, the next day he comes to school happy. You know, one year he might come, he's a Pro Bowl type quarterback. The next year he comes like the worst number 1 overall pick, you know, there's ever been. So you just lost the coordinator who made you look good. So maybe this next coordinator is not the one for you. Who knows? But they did pay him. They didn't pay him like extreme franchise quarterback money, but they have committed to him for a little bit, like 2-3 years, I guess. So, I think Dan Quinn gonna have them guys ready with Washington. Like you said, Jaden Daniels, AG can tell you coming into the last year when we was losing out. That's what I wanted at quarterback. I wanted Jaden Daniels the most out of everybody in the draft. Um, he's just pro ready already. Like his game at LSU, most people overlook the way he can throw the ball because he was running so much. But it's like he can stand back there and throw the ball. Only really knock on him is his stature, and that's the only concern I have. Can Washington protect him? But Buccaneers' run game is trash. Like they don't have no type of run game. I don't think that improved much this year. So I'm gonna take Commanders week 1. Jaden Daniels come out. I wouldn't be surprised if he put up 4 touchdowns on him.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, crazy. This probably be the only time I really root for my boy Dan Quinn all season because I think we might play them this year. I don't know if they're on our schedule or not, but
we play them towards the end of the season, I think.
In Washington too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be the only time I root for him all season. I do believe Dan Quinn, with his second chance at being a head coach, does a little bit better and learns his lesson from the first time. I won't say he does terribly in that division, but the division, I feel like his toughest fight in that division is just going to be staying alive because everybody's going to be pretty much trying to be at the same record. That division in the NFC East produces at least 3 teams a year almost in the playoffs. Well, had been producing at least 2 or 3 teams in the playoffs. But I do think that it also will change over the next, I don't know, maybe a year or so, because you got to give Jaden Daniels and that offense time to mesh a lot more. Let's see, like not taking away from any of the twos or the ones that he did play, but like Jaden has to play against them guys, you know what I'm saying? And he has to get through the grit of the season, and he has to get through the grit of, okay, these guys are actually coming to lay me on the ground this time. It's not going to be a dead whistle after that, or it's not going to be that guy that was just trying to make his team as well and not trying to make a penalty and just push me or something like that. And then when he gets out of the pocket, you're treated as a running back. You're not like there's no safety unless you're sliding. And not a lot of folks look at that, but a lot of those hits that come either before or after the slide are the hits that knock kids out the game and knock Anthony Richards out the game with a broken shoulder last year. So he just had to be durable the whole season. But I will definitely go Commanders just to see the Bucs lose.
Yeah. Now, what if the Commanders add Ayuk to their offense?
Hey, relax.
Whoa.
Relax.
That's another conversation now.
I've heard that.
Stress me out. Stop it.
Sunday night game. Lions. This probably will be the biggest. Well, besides the Ravens Chiefs game, kind of like the biggest. Yeah, the good one. Besides, like who to pick could be 50-50 either way. Who you like, Mom?
I don't even think it's gonna be 50-50, bro. I think the Lions gonna take it. Like they are just formidable from last season. I think they're gonna be even better this season. I say the Lions. I think the Lions win the Super Bowl this year. That's a prediction.
Going to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Look at my son's face.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy when the Falcons going, but the Lions, after one good year, they can go.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. I got the Lions this game.
Oh, this hate.
I mean, a season and a half. You know, they finished good. They finished good at the end of the year 2 years ago.
Team can go 0-16 and they have a good run next year.
Hey man, they having a run.
That's the beauty of this game, bro. That's the beauty of it.
But no, I'm taking the Lions too. I think it's gonna be a shootout though. And I think just because of playmakers on defense, that's where the Lions kind of separate themselves. Like Aiden Hutchinson is pretty much known for making that one play. He might be he's not there all night. He's gonna make that one play. He's gonna do that spin move and he's gonna get a sack. Now you out of field goal range. Now it's 3rd and 18. You gotta draw something crazy up. So, and Matt Stafford's not going anywhere. He's not running anywhere. So, I like the Lions because the offense, but with that one defensive factor, I don't think the Rams really got nobody I'm too scared of. So, yeah, I like the Lions.
Listening to y'all really break down the matchup, I don't think it's going to be as 50-50 as I first believed.
Nah, bro, don't switch up.
I think I forgot the Rams did kind of take a step back because Aaron Donald gone. That was like their whole defense. Raheem Morris is gone. So you still got Stafford Cup in the cool. They still got some cool pieces on offense. Defensively though, I don't really know. I think they drafted Jared Verse out of Florida State, but you can't really put that much stock into a rookie pass rusher.
Yeah.
Lions O-line is pretty good. I can see them. I say there's a bucket of teams that realistically have a Super Bowl chance. I would put the Lions in that category, but I don't say that they're a formidable team because you haven't done it. You haven't sustained it. You've done it 1 year. They've been on that trajectory of getting better and better and better. But in my opinion, I said this yesterday on the phone with my father. I said in the NFL, I don't care about the 49ers. I don't care about the Eagles. I don't care about the Ravens. In my opinion, there's only one team that is a powerhouse, and that's the team that keep winning. The Bills and all these other teams, yeah, they cool. They do it. They good. But it's only one powerhouse in the NFL. And that's why I think the Falcons can make a run because I don't see anybody in the NFC that I could just clear-cut say we can't beat on a good day. In the playoffs, it's about who's healthy, who's hot, and who's playing their best ball at the right time. So the Lions.
You don't think the Lions is a formidable team in their division? What about in their division?
No, because I mean, they probably will win their division, but it ain't gonna be a runaway because Chicago should be better this year. Who else in the Minnesota? Green Bay. Division. So it's not gonna be a runaway. I wouldn't say formidable in their division. To me, to be formidable, you have to keep doing it year in, year out. The Lions now you have expectations to be good. Let's see if you can meet expectations. Last year, you exceeded expectations. You don't have
the same thing with the Falcons. Let's see if y'all can meet expectations. Y'all keep saying y'all going to the Super Bowl. Let's see if y'all can meet expectations.
We've had recent winning seasons, though. The Lions have been probably one of the worst teams in the league since I've been alive. They literally won a season without a game. And now, because even the seasons they had trajectory, they still was losing.
Boy had 1-16 with the bags on their head, man.
They won one. They had one good winning season last year. Like I said, let's see if they can meet expectations. I'm not ready to put that formidable label on them. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are the only formidable team in the league. With that being said, Detroit is a Super Bowl contender this year. The Rams, me and Drew, we already talked about the Rams. Like they're 8-9, 9-8 type of range. I still think Sean McVay is one of them coaches that does deserve that respect, to have his guys ready to play. I wouldn't say they just be the worst team in the league, but they're not on that Super Bowl level no more how they was a couple years ago. So I'll take the Lions in this game.
Yeah, I definitely went Lions. Rams, I mean, they're turning that book over and they're about to start a new one. They're not going to keep being able to live off that one Super Bowl. They're trying to plan to get another one. And not only that, their cap is trying to recover from all the hits it took from signing all those guys to help them get that Super Bowl. So I think that's going to hurt their free agent moves going down the line. And, I mean, for this game, as far as scheme-wise goes, I mean, you're going to see the same thing on both sides pretty much, except I already know the Lions got a deeper running back stable, and they have two good Bama boys on the offensive side that have allowed this offense to really take their next step and be, top tier in the league. We don't give the Lions credit because the Lions had to earn all the credit that they got from us, which is why I think the expectations for them to be good this year again are higher than they were last year. Like JC said, they exceeded expectations because nobody was like, oh, the Giants. I mean, not the Giants, but the Lions are going to beat those guys. They're going to beat those guys. Like, Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that they're just gonna run the table or anything like that. But when they went out there and showed us that you got to go out there and actually play those games and not talk about every game that we're gonna win, it was a different story. It will be, like I said, it will gonna be another, not necessarily homecoming, but playing of former teams with Matt Stafford. That'll be a storyline the whole week, but I still pull for the Lions in this game.
In the final matchup, the most the
Another
Jets.
AFC East team that I hate. Jets and 49ers.
Aaron Rodgers make it over or under 1 quarter in this game. Okay, I'm sorry, that's not funny.
1 or 2 plays. 1 or 2 plays. How many plays?
Oh man, I can't tell you how bad I want the Jets to lose. I'm gonna go with the 49ers against Aaron Rodgers, against Sauce Gardner, against all of them. I'm going with the 49ers just because I hate the Jets so bad, and I don't believe that. Again, just like last year, with all the hype, I don't think it's gonna be nothing again this year. I really don't. I'm going with the 49ers. Hopefully, they quarterback will have his stuff together.
Yeah, I'm gonna join you on that one. I'm going with the Niners. I'm a Giants fan, but I'm also from New York, so I understand how. And I tell JC this all the time, how they overhype everything. How good somebody is or how bad somebody is going to be overhyped. The Jets have nothing but old dudes who get hurt. Am I supposed to expect them to be young dudes who stay healthy now? I guess because Aaron Rodgers is here. He does magic. No, I just don't think for this to be their first game, I don't think they're going to be able to match the intensity. Like, we know what the Niners is on. Like, it's Super Bowl or bust for them every year. Mm-hmm. So we know they got a mission at hand. And even though Ayuk not going to be there, it's like, it's Kyle Shanahan, bro. He going to figure out a way to get somebody open. Like,
right.
You don't necessarily got to be here, bro. So I'm taking the Niners. That defense against this still trying to figure it out all the way offense. Yeah, I like the Niners.
I'm going to go with and Jets, bro. I just feel like them Jets they're going to start up, they're going to take off, and they just going to wobble down and crash.
Like a Jet.
I every time it's a good team built on paper, bro, that does not work in the NFL. Like, it's just names, y'all. And I just like it come down to A-Rod. And A-Rod, bro, you are probably one of the most talented quarterbacks. But you're the most talented underachiever, in my opinion, because one Super Bowl ring is all you have got. It's hard as hell to get a Super Bowl. If you would tell me that, Matt Ryan can have just only one Super Bowl, yeah, I would take it. But Aaron Rodgers, bro, you are way more talented than Matt Ryan. You've had way better rosters than Matt Ryan. Like, you won MVP 4 times, and you only have been to the Super Bowl 1 time. Not even one more than when you've only been once. And now you're telling me you're finna go to the AFC and you're gonna run through Josh Allen, the Dolphins, the Texans, the Chiefs. Bro, I don't see it. I just don't. And like Judah said, you got a team in the Niners who are Super Bowl or bust every year and actually make it to that point. And you have a team of the Jets that have Super Bowl or bust expectations, but have not been close to that point in years. So how do you expect the Jets to make that big of a jump? Because I don't know. I don't see it. I'm not saying they're going to be complete trash, but I can definitely see a world where it doesn't work and it shocks everybody. But it wouldn't shock me because you don't build team chemistry based off of just putting talent on the roster necessarily. It has to click. Aaron Rodgers doesn't seem like a good leader to me. He prioritized the Egypt trip over being there, getting work in with the guys. Like, bro, we didn't have you last year. We need all the reps we can get with you. And I already had the trip pre-planned. Bro, you're rich. Just reschedule it.
The only reason they won't be last in the AFC East is because the Patriots are worse. That's it. Point blank.
I see a world where all three teams in the AFC East besides the Patriots win 10 games. But as far as question marks, I still say the Jets got the biggest question marks out of Buffalo and Miami, though, in my opinion, because in a perfect world, they should be the best. I don't know, bro. I don't see it. They got to show me to believe it. Niners, I say the Niners, like you said, that intensity. I don't think the Jets going to get up there week 1 to live up to that intensity. I think the Niners are going to come out and put that belt to their booty.
Man, that boy Ron Rodgers, that L, man. Hand him the L. Go ahead and give him a L belt. Don't give him no LV belt. Just give him an L belt. Losing belt. Loser belt. So ain't no way in this football world that you know about it. Like, okay, so that's just like, okay, Aaron Rodgers' behavior towards the Jets is like Tom Brady and his wife. Every year you keep coming back.
God.
Keep coming back. You're gonna keep coming back. You said you wasn't gonna come back. Then you left.
Wow.
I told you I didn't want you out there, but you still left. You did everything you said you wasn't gonna do. And you still left.
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers, you don't care. You don't care. Let's be honest and genuine. You don't care. You made your money. You're the highest paid quarterback in the league. Congratulations. You did that. You don't care about this team. That's why when Garrett Wilson getting on you about you not being here teed you off to the point where now you want to be on his good side. You got to beg for their trust and them doing what you want them to do rather than what they've been coached to do in your absence. Because you are a veteran quarterback, you have to tell them. Kirk Cousins' first year in Atlanta, you would think he wouldn't even touch a practice field. The man wanted to be out there with the rookies. He wanted to be out there with the veterans. He wanted to be out there in general. You go to Egypt, come back, and the first thing that we see when you're walking in the building is what? My souvenir I got from Egypt. Just my souvenir I got from Egypt. And it's like, you know that's going to bring attention to the team from the media. You know they're going to ask you, how was your trip? And then you say what you say blatantly, and you still expect your team to have your back behind closed doors. I wouldn't be surprised if they got elevated music just playing in the locker room just to keep the peace. Because there's no way everybody in that locker room is just saying, hey, he's our quarterback, guys. He's our fearless leader. You know what I'm saying? He's going to lead us to the promised land, even though he don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? He got money. So he's not worried. He's not worried about us. Like JC said, you got so much money. You couldn't have put that trip between the end of training camp break and preseason or the bye week. Like, that's something to do when you got a week's worth of time. When the NFL offseason starts, if you know you're not playing in the preseason, all them practice reps matter. It's not fair to your teammates that you finna go out there and fight every Sunday with, and then you expect to beat a team like the 49ers who just coming off the Super Bowl. But they got a defense, bro. They have a defense. And they got an offense that's not scared, and it's going to always be somebody open on the offense. Jets, you messed up. Aaron Rodgers, you messed up. 49ers, go ahead and get you a dub on this one.
Yeah, A-Rod, I hope you – bro, if the Jets don't – if they finish anything less of a winner Super Bowl this year, it's going to be looked at as a letdown. I think they're kind of like the only team in the league with those expectations almost. It might not be fair, but I think they kind of brung it upon themselves. I mean, when you sign Aaron Rodgers, then, you know, you get all the national – they got the most national televised games combined with, like, the 49ers and somebody else, I think. But I don't see it. But
it's just a bunch of hype.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to end up being, a bunch of hype. But we'll end up seeing all these predictions on these games. It'll be interesting to see who record is looking what it's gonna look. We're gonna hopefully throughout the season. I'm feeling a little iffy about that Panthers Saints game and that Commanders game, but
They ain't going on my parlay, so I'll be all right.
yeah, it was just for the fact of picking on this. So
Yeah.
any lasting impressions of week 1? Anything you're looking forward to seeing coming up in week 1 from anybody?
I'm just ready for the football season to start. Thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it. Y'all looking out for the old generation. Thank you. Appreciate it. Looking forward to some football. Hopefully my son can make his way over here. We can watch some games together. You know, he done got grown and he don't have time for his mom. Judah, AG, if y'all want to come watch football with me, I appreciate it because I just be here, you know, just
I'm gonna be over there week 1 to watch them.
My son don't care about me no more, so I'll adopt both of y'all. Well, I already adopted you a long time ago, Aaron, but Judah, I'll adopt you so you can come by. I always have snacks or anything you want. Just tell me what you like, and I get it.
Oh, you got me. You had me at snacks.
Bro, get the Falcons Steelers balloons from Publix. Get that.
I'll get you some Falcon Steeler balloons since my mom is a Steeler fan and you a Falcon fan.
And I'm being going on the face the whole game.
I got you in that talking junk now.
He gonna be at the stadium live with it.
I'm gonna be at the stadium live, my man. Live.
Judah, what time y'all game come on week 1? 1 o'clock. Okay, so Judah gonna be watching his game at 1.
Be tapped in.
Hey, I got the NFL Sunday ticket too, bro. So I'm definitely gonna be dropping passwords so y'all can watch all the games at one time.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
I'll see about games at 1. I think we own at 1 too.
That's a blessing. I'm excited just for the season though. I can't really say I'm super excited about watching anything about my team. I'm a little eager, you know.
Yeah.
Anxiety a little high, but
yeah.
Other than that, like I can't say I'm too excited. Malik Neighbors. There we go. Excitement.
Okay, there we go.
Excitement brought back. Excitement brought back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she said, you know, I appreciate y'all having me on. But you know what it is, JC, anytime.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm definitely ready. Like I say, everybody's excited ready for the season. It is an optimistic outlook on our this year, but I think just league wide, there's going to be sorry teams, but I think even like the worst off teams, I think you start seeing the gap being closed. You know, it's always going to be teams that's below 500, but I think if everybody in the league can be somewhere around that mark, I think that's a good sign for the league. I think like the Panthers will be better this year than they were last year. The Cardinals, I think, will be better, with Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. Can't really say the Patriots will be better. But, I mean, it ain't really too many teams you can just say you can just count them out every single week. So I think it'll be a good season. Like I said, the storyline is going to be, can anybody take out the Chiefs? That's going to be the storyline. Is it the Chiefs going to three-peat, or who's going to be the team to take them out? So that'll be the storyline. And, we'll start to see the narrative change behind teams as the season go on. There might be certain teams like the Lions and the Texans who are the darlings right now. And then, you might have the teams like Falcons who nobody thinks can do it, but they might start winning some games and, people started to come around. So
ain't nobody said they ain't think y'all can do it, bro. Ain't nobody said all that.
Man.
Y'all, stop crying, Falcon fans. Nobody ain't against y'all, bro. We live here. Okay,
bro,
everybody to the list. I don't think they can do it.
Everybody,
I don't think y'all can do it. Add me to that list.
All right, hey, so JC, I gotta do me, man. I'm gonna pop mine, bro. One time for the one time, man. Hey, I'm excited for the season in general, man, because I love football. If you took my heart out right now, it'll definitely be a football. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing. But one thing I can say, for all you bandwagon dragon Falcons fans, please do not think you can jump on the bandwagon now, bro. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't even look at the bandwagon.
We won't.
Because we tried to tell you draft season, come draft season, it was going to be some money spent in free agency that's going to go with these draft picks, that's going to help us win, and it's going to help us have a sustained winner years to come. We never said we was going to the Super Bowl. We never said we was going to go do all this extra stuff, extravagant winning stuff. We said it's going to be different. Next thing you know, Terry started cooking. Matthew Judon, come on. Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. These guys got another star on the defensive line. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me throw another one on you. Justice Simmons. Bam. The day right after that. You feel what I'm saying? It's beginning to look a lot like all or nothing. Arthur Blank don't have that many more years left in his life.
Ah, come on.
Just being honest, bro. You got to be honest. Him, Jerry Jones, and all of the crafts of the league and everybody. But their generation is passing on, bro. Life is going to be life regardless of football or not. So what better time to go all in than now? What better time to go all in than now? I mean, they can hate. They can hate all they want to. When you got guys like that, and you got guys like that, that's
exasperating. You just want to throw up. Like
this is just exhibit A of why y'all can't win a Super Bowl as long as I live here. It'll make me sick.
Hey, but you know what'll make us happier? Winning a Super Bowl in New Orleans, bro. Telling all the Saints fans, we that, because we just won that in y'all house.
Bruh, there will be so many homicides down there. The crime rate will go up so high, bruh.
And I'm going out bumping that young boy too.
Even handle that, bruh. Don't even. I wouldn't even want to see that in this lifetime. I wouldn't. Not there. No.
I can't handle it, man.
Haters gonna hate, man.
I'm just saying, when you look at the crop of teams in the NFC, I don't see any reason why we can't throw our hat in there as one to come out. The quarterback, it ain't that many elite quarterbacks in the NFC. The offensive weapons are there. The defense is there. The kicker is there. The coach.
The only pushback I'm gonna give is everybody that at least I throw in the ring. They done been together as a team already. You just changed your quarterback. That's drastic.
No, we added a quarterback. All our players have been here. So we've been together. We just haven't had.
I get what you're saying, and you changed the guy that makes all the decisions. And he's 40.
Smarter guy. It's a smarter guy.
He's 40 coming off in the Kiwis. I'm just saying. I'm not saying y'all can't. I'm just saying that's why I wouldn't throw y'all just in the hat. I haven't even seen y'all play a game together. Give me half the season. Can we get to the trade deadline and then we rehab this conversation?
Well, can we get through week one? Can we get through week one? That's what I'm saying about Falcons fans. Like, can we get one game at a time?
No, I'm saying I can go based off everybody else that's in, based off the past, even if it's recent. Y'all literally just got put together. It's like, man, give me a trade deadline or something.
I would say I can give you ample reasons the same way you say about us why they won't be. The Eagles, we already talked about them. They got beef with the quarterback, new coordinators. The 49ers, they always fold. If they lose IU, they always fold.
They always there if they always fold though. Like that's the spot that y'all trying to get. Like I'm just saying that's only one spot in the NFC. Like if you talk about the Niners always fold, they might always fold, but they always there. So you got to replace them first.
Okay, so the easiest way to the playoffs is winning your division, correct? Are the Falcons going to win the NFC?
Yes.
Absolutely, because it's awful.
Y'all got
it's god-awful, so absolutely.
Y'all got the division, hands down.
Yeah, hands down. So I can say that on paper.
Okay, we can talk once we get to the playoff.
Yes, sir.
I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to talk mid-season. I'm willing to talk once we get through 8 games.
Bro, we can talk after we whoop up on Pittsburgh ass. I don't
care.
For
real. Hey, no, for real. Hey,
we can talk.
Hey, if I must, we signed a competent, smart quarterback to teach and preach to Michael Penix how to be a NFL quarterback, giving him that year to process everything that he needs to process so that next year it's just building on top of building on top of building on top of building. They're not going to let Zach Robinson go nowhere no time soon. We got 17 quarterback coaches to keep this man Michael Penix in line. That's sustained.
The plan. If the plan goes the way y'all want it to, he's not going to play. So,
but you got to think about it like this though. if Kirk does not perform up to expectation, or let's not just say he gets injured, but let's just say he doesn't perform and he gets injured, then you have to depend on that Michael Penix, and then you have to depend on the teaching of those 17 quarterback coaches that you did hire this year after having one quarterback coach. Well, no quarterback coaches, and the quarterback coach that we did have, he moved into receiving. How you got a quarterback coach coaching receivers, bro? That's not gonna happen like that. So I think even with the whole mindset of what a quarterback looks like to this coaching staff and this regime is different than what we had last year and the year before. And the middleman of Thomas Dimitroff being in the middle of all them transactions is gone now. So it's just simply Terry cooking and Raheem putting it on the field.
And here are the Super Bowl odds by the this is Vegas Insider.
Man, I'm putting my bet in as soon as we get off this thing.
So we are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th team in the league right now. But there's a few NFC teams ahead of us. So I wouldn't clear cut put the Packers ahead of us, in my opinion. I just wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
They was 9-8 last year.
That was one of the teams I was talking about. Throw them in there because we seen it. We saw it. It's recent, but I saw it.
I didn't say we was gonna win. I'm just saying, why can't we be a hat in the race? If we win a division, you in the playoffs, don't they make you a hat in the race?
Sure.
So why are the Packers more of a hat in the race? They might not even win their division. They might be in as a wild card. Because I wouldn't even say.
But they also might have. I was about to say, but they still also might have a division with multiple teams in the playoffs. So it's not like they're gonna miss the playoffs just if they don't win their division.
Bro, we beat the Packers with Desmond Ridder last year. I'm not worried about them folks at all.
And we beat them with Tommy DeVito, and then they went and go and smack. They went and smack the Cowboys. So it's just
Cowboys.
Feel you. Not necessarily in round one in Texas.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put the Bills, Cowboys, or the Jets ahead of y'all. Actually, I mean, that's just me.
Chiefs, 49ers, Ravens. First of all, I don't care about the AFC teams because like they not in our way except for if you make it to the game. 49ers, I can agree that I would put them above us. Detroit.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, probably. The Eagles, maybe.
A little shaky.
Yeah, a little shaky. After that, though, I think it's a clear drop off. Okay, so
Bills, Cowboys, and Jets definitely. I
the Packers up there for sure.
I don't know about the Packers being up there. I don't agree, but that's the topic for another day. You know, this was supposed to be strictly week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate all y'all. We gonna come back with some more content. You know, we gonna get some diehard arguments in this bad boy, but it's all in the national football league. You know, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all go follow Drew and all his stuff at Unofficially Retired. Make sure y'all support his channel as well. Mr. ATLAG gonna keep y'all coming with the Falcons content. You know, we're gonna be more consistent in the NFL season. Mama, you gonna come back on here when the Dolphins lose to Trevor Lawrence week 1. We're gonna talk about it.
Right, we're not losing. Okay.
No. Make sure you got a red cup, Auntie.
We're not losing.
Red cup, no glasses, Auntie.
We're not losing.
Good in, man. Y'all folks stay tuned. We out.